Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and today I thought I would do a bit of a February unboxing because I used to do, if you've been here for a while, I used to do something called book box battles where I'd open all of my subscription boxes and like battle it out and say who would win when I would get full boxes with all the like knickknacks and stuff. Now I only get book only. But I have been away for the past like 4 or 5 days, I think, with work, and since then all of my subscription boxes have come in, 3 Waterstones parcels have come in, and a mysterious book. So I thought, why not just do a February unboxing, because I have seen someone comment before that they were interested in me doing a monthly unboxing, and usually I just can't wait to open stuff, so I've had to wait this time because I was away. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna unbox all of this stuff. There are 7 books here, one of which is definitely going back. I'm pretty sure one of the books that I've pre-ordered one of the books that I've already pre-ordered from Waterstones that has come is in one of these boxes, so we will, you know, return that to Waterstones. But shall we do subscription boxes first? I think we should. We're going to do subscription boxes first, then we'll do pre-orders, and then we will do my mysterious parcel at the end. So let's just work in the way this stack is, and let's start with the locked library. Now I buy all of my subscriptions myself. I probably don't have to say this every time, but just in case. Also, do you like this different location? We're sat on my couch today because, well, all my parcels were downstairs and they were heavy, so I didn't want to take them upstairs. So this is the locked library. This is from Harper Voyager and Magpie. I believe they're like a publishing house together, and they do book only, 1 book a month. Comes in this lovely pink box. I'm so glad they've actually either listened or kind of done some research, because originally this box used to come in a big brown box, which isn't good for anyone. So lovely pink box, and every month it is wrapped in black tissue paper, which I really enjoy as well, because that means that every part of this is pretty much recyclable. It is black tissue paper. I love these little stickers. They just say shush, I'm reading, and I can already see the corner of this. So let's see. I can't remember what this could be. I do look at spoilers every month now, but I can't remember what this is. Oh no, I do remember. I couldn't tell you anything about this book, but this is Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw. I love this blue, it's very pretty. I like all the foiling. So we've got blue block edges on the top and on the bottom, and then we have these digital edges just here on the side, which I am in love with. I like how we have the blue foily speckledness on the top. I know how scientific and technical that term is, but just this bit is really, really pretty. And then, oh, look at this, look at this foiling. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. And then, like every book, we have the spine. Now the spines all match up. We have, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but there's like this little key here. I'm trying to get it to focus. This little key here with all of the locked library books, they all line up. So if you decided to take all of the dust jackets off, they would just line up. And then we have really pretty just end papers in the blue, and then the same on both sides. The other thing as well about locked library is that they do not send hand-signed books ever. They are all bound with an author letter that has like a digital signature and a letter from the author, hence author letter, which I think is a nice touch, because when I get my author letters, or when I used to get author letters from my Luma crate and my Fairy Loot, I put them in a binder and then I forget about them. So this way they stay with the book. So I could not tell you anything about this book. It says Mira is a wrecker, one of the 7 chosen to swim out and plunder the wrecked ships beyond the Isle of Rosevere. The waves sing to her soul, the call of the sea beckoning her into deeper waters. But Rosevere needs her, and she could never abandon her home. Until one evening when lightning splits the sky and the watch descend, taking Mira's father away. Mira must set off on a journey to win back her father's freedom. She will encounter two strangers along the way, enigmatic Seth and smouldering Elijah, and learning who to trust will not be easy. When she discovers a dark family secret buried deep in the ocean, Mira finds that securing her future and that of her island will come at a high price. Why is that screaming like love triangle? So just reading some of the things on the back. This is a YA debut. We've got some names on here that I do actually recognise, which is quite cool. But it sounds like it's going to be good. I'm really hoping it's not a love triangle, but if it is, we will deal. But I love how blue it is. So, subscription box book 1. Next on the pile we have got Fairy Loot, and I have a pen in my hand because I keep stabbing the tape because that's the only way I can get into these boxes, if I'm honest, which is a genius idea, might I add. So I believe the book for this is the one that I have already pre-ordered. Is it? Or is it a Luma crate? I can't remember. Oh no. So yeah, this one is A Moth to the Flame, so it is not the book that I was thinking of. So I don't know if maybe it's an Luma crate one or I've missed it. Or maybe it's a, I don't know. Anyways, let's see what this one is. Just throwing away the rubbish. I do like that Fairy Loot still come in these little bags. I know they're not great for the environment, but I don't throw them away. I keep them, and then every time I move with my special editions in these bags. So yeah, every time I move with them in these bags. I feel like this has gone through the ringer a little bit, but let's have a look anyways. The Crimson Moth. Oh, this has gone through the ringer a little bit, hasn't it? It's fine. It's not damage. It's just a little bit of wear, but I know nothing about this one either. Look, here we go. Here is the cover. The Crimson Moth. She was the Crimson Moth, a wanted criminal, not to mention a witch, hiding in plain sight, but this wouldn't be the first time she walked into a space full of people who hunted her kind. She'd done it hundreds of times before without batting an eye, so why was there a tiny seed of fear sprouting inside her? Dun dun dun. Oh, I quite like those edges though. They're very pretty. I think I shouldn't have left this in the box as long as I did, because I think this is a little bit iffy because the box might have been wet. I don't know. It's fine in itself. Oh my gosh, the book itself is fine. And I think the dust jacket on the other side is actually in better condition, so maybe we'll just swap it. But look at this foiling. How pretty is that? We don't even need the dust jacket. And it's on the other side as well. Wow, okay. Hang on. Trying to move this so I don't damage anything further. So we have this, then we have the spine, which is very pretty, but then on the back as well. Okay, I really hope that I enjoy this book. My goodness, this is so pretty. I'm going to show you the end papers now before I show you what was under the dust jacket, because this is just very, very pretty. And it's the same on the other side. And is this one signed? No, we have a bound in author letter though, for a change, which is quite cool. Okay, and then the other side of this dust jacket, look at this. Wow. And this is actually in better nick than the original one, which is quite funny. But look how pretty that is. That's so pretty. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh dear. Wow. Okay. So let's redress, and then hopefully by just like having it out of that box, it might be, it's not, I keep saying like it's damaged, it's not damaged, it is fine. There's just a couple of like nicks, and it's almost as if it's been sat on a shelf for longer than it actually has, you know, so it's cool. Nothing to write home and complain about. Book 1 in the Crimson Moth duology. The only thing more treacherous than being a witch is falling in love. On the night Rune's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts, ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic, and Rune must hide what she is. Spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young socialite, Rune spends her nights as the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilante who rescues her kind from being purged. When a rescue goes wrong, Rune decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp. Except Gideon is a notorious and unforgiving witch hunter loyal to the revolution, and falling for him would be deadly. This is giving me Serpent and Dove vibes. Now, I loved Serpent and Dove. Obviously, it's a little bit different because in Serpent and Dove, she doesn't choose to court him. It just kind of happens. But despite the mention of romance, I'm actually kind of interested. So that's a winner as well. Hopefully, we will be testing it out to see. And I like that it's a duology because it's nothing too big to commit to. And then finally, we have got a Luma crate, which I will say usually is the biggest hit for me subscription book box wise. The picks to me are a lot more varied. They're not necessarily all romance. We also get some more sci-fi elements in this box. So this is usually the one that I recommend to people. Fairy Loot is great, do not get me wrong. However, I feel like because they now have the split between YA and adult, sometimes their YA books are really YA. I keep umming and ahhing about whether I want to join that adult group again and not do YA, but I don't know. We'll have to just keep thinking about it. Oh, I remember what this one is. Maybe it's not then. Or maybe it's coming next month. I'll have to have a look at my spoilery things. But this I'm interested in as well. I have also heard that this could be a romancy one as well. I do like that these are in bubble wrap though. I mean, as much as I miss the bags, at least I know that if my Luma crate ever got wet, like, it's completely sealed in a waterproof thing. This is To Cage a God by Elizabeth May. Look at that cover. That is so pretty. To cage a god is divine. To be divine is to rule. To rule is to destroy. Wow. Okay. Look. It's so pretty. Oh, I love these edges. Look, we've got block purple edges, top and bottom, and then like stained glass. That's so nice. Right, okay, I'm a little bit worried this looks white. I do not enjoy white books because they terrify me to get fingerprints on. But look at that. I'm trying to show you the best. Ah, there you go. The best way to show the foil off. How pretty is that? Very, very pretty. I will say as well, this dust jacket feels such high quality. Like, it feels so thick. It sounds really weird, but when you collect books as much as I do, and you obviously buy them and stuff, like, just little things like that you really notice. This is also kind of giving me like Wizard of Oz vibes a little bit, you know. But look at those end papers. That is stunning. And is there another one? There's another one on the other side. That is very pretty. Okay, I'm really intrigued. I think I've heard that this has got some romancy stuff in it, but to be honest, what book at the minute doesn't? So this says, using ancient secrets, Galena and Sarah's mother grafted gods into their bones. Bound to brutal deities and granted forbidden power no commoner has held in a millennia, the sisters have been raised as living weapons. Now the time has come for them to overthrow an empire, no matter the cost. With their mother gone and their country on the brink of war, it falls to the sisters to take the helm of the rebellion and end the cruel reign of a royal family possessed by destructive gods, because when ruling Illyria invade, they conquer with fire and blood, and when they clash, common folk burn. While Sarah reunites with her estranged lover who now leads the rebellion, Galena infiltrates the palace. In this world of deception and danger, her only refuge is an isolated princess whose whip-smart tongue and sharp gaze threaten to uncover Galena's secret. Torn between desire and duty, Galena must make a choice, work together to expose the lies of the Empire or bring it all down. So to me, that sounds like we've got a, I don't know, possibly like 2 different relationships going on. It is also signed. So it's interesting. It is told in multiple POV, which is my favourite. Because I just love getting a well-rounded view of a story. I think it's so much better than just one point of view sometimes. Sometimes it's done really well, but most of the time, dual point of view is the way to go. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Those are my 3 subscription box books then. Let's get on to the 3 books that I have pre-ordered from Waterstones. They are literally on the floor, hence me bending down. we have 3. 2 came together, so I know what they all are, which makes a nice change because usually I'm like, well, I don't know what I've pre-ordered, but I know what they are. So we're gonna open the bottom one first because this is the one that is potentially going back if I'm right about what, maybe it's next month it's coming in at. Yeah. This is A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. I got the signed Waterstones exclusive edition. Look at those edges. They're just like really simple and nice and just a little bit of colour. Matches the... Oh, that was a crack and a half. But look at that like signature page. How cool is that? That's nice and different. I do like that a lot. It's a bit damaged, but it's okay. So yeah, I've seen Abby from Abby of Pelennor rave about this book. She read it on NetGalley, I think. And this is about Arthur Casimir is a criminal mastermind and a collector of secrets. Her prestigious tea room transforms into an illegal bloodhouse by night, catering to the vampires feared by society. But when the tea room and its secrets come under threat, Arthur must lead... Very loud car. But when the tea room and its secrets come under threat, Arthur must lead a gang of outcasts in a high-stake heist to the sinister vampire underworld. But even as unexpected romances blossom, Arthur realises that not everyone in her ragtag crew is on her side, and she soon finds herself in the midst of a conspiracy that will threaten the world as she knows it. Dark, action-packed and swoon-worthy, A Tempest of Tea is teeming with romance and revenge, led by an orphan girl willing to do whatever it takes to save her self-made kingdom. So this is potentially one that's going back because I'm convinced it's coming in a book box, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Don't know. But there we have that one. And then we have the other 2 pre-orders. So I think, well, I don't actually know which way around these are going to be. Which one is this one? So this one I kind of had to get because as a book collector, you have to finish series even if you haven't read them. And I haven't heard the best things about this series, so I stopped collecting the Fairy Loot editions because they're more expensive. But this is Fatebreaker by Victoria Aveyard, the 3rd and final book in this series. I believe it's only a trilogy. Yeah, I just kind of... I like the edges though. I can't justify much else, but I can't tell you anything either because I haven't read the first one. But Fatebreaker by Victoria Aveyard. Yay for me on that one. And then this one I'm really excited about, and I've got the Luma edition coming as well. Oh, it's pretty. I can't wait to read this. It's Empire of the Damned by J. Kristoff. This is the signed edition. The only gripe I have with this book, the only gripe, is that it is red. Right? I have got Nevernight, that whole series. I got the reprinted Nevernight and whatever the second book is called. I got the Black Spread Edge reprints from a Luma crate, and I bought Dark Dawn with black spread edges. And then obviously Emperor of the Vampire has black edges, and this one now has red, so it doesn't fit in. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's pretty. Oh my goodness. Yep. And I believe it's signed. Well, it says signed, doesn't it, on the thing? There it is. I don't know what that is, but it's signed. And then I also have the Illumicrate one coming as well. Because of course I do, because the edges on the Illumicrate one were just stunning. And I really enjoyed the book, so I had to get that one as well. And then finally, I don't know what this is. I have requested some stuff, but I don't know if any of it has come... I can't even open it. It's come to fruition, obviously. Oh, what is... Is this... Oh, yes. So this is from Angry Robot. Thank you so much, Caroline, if you're watching my videos. This is an arc of These Deathless Shores by P.H. Lowe, and this is releasing July 24, so I need to read this half of the year. It releases exactly on the 9th of July. So let's look at the information. Okay, so it says, set in a Malaysian-based world and inspired by J.M. Barrie's beloved children's story Peter Pan, These Deathless Shores is an exciting, gender-bent origin story told from the perspective of Captain Hook, full of secrets and danger. which is very, very cool. So the themes in this book are family, gender, freedom, childhood trauma, growing up, late stage capitalism, and choice. Does it say? It does. I love these things from Angry Robot because they give you the content warnings as well. So I'll read you the blurb first and then we'll do the content warnings. So this says, about the book, Jordan has gotten good at pretending. On an island where boys fly and fight pirates but girls can only be mothers, Jordan's shaved head and false swagger are the only things keeping her adopted crew of lost boys from forcing her into a role she has never wanted. When she gets her first period, she's exposed and thrown back outside, into a world where grown-ups die slowly in offices, flight is a fantasy, and withdrawal from the island's magical dust slowly strips its affected of their dignity. To Jordan, it's a fate worse than death. 9 years later, when the drug she has been using to medicate her withdrawal begins to show its fatal final symptoms, Jordan persuades her best friend and fellow ex-lost boy to return with her to the island. With the help of a temperamental pilot and her long-estranged sister, she sets in motion a plan to oust Peter from his throne and seize control of the island's dust supply. But Peter isn't the only malevolent force moving against her. As Jordan confronts the nature of dust, first love, and the violent legacy carved into the island itself, she realizes the island may have plans of its own. Content warnings: ableism, alcohol abuse, blood, child death, deprivation of medical care, disregard for personal autonomy, disordered eating, dysphoria, mentions of domestic violence, drug use, self-harm, sexism, and suicidal ideation. So please bear in mind the content warnings if you also want to dive into this book when it releases. But obviously I'm going to read this and then give you my thoughts and feelings. Very excited. Thank you so much, Angry Robot and Caroline, for sending me a copy of this arc. I am excited to dive into it. I think the thing that kind of drew me into this one especially is the fact that it mentions like a gender bent idea of Captain Hook. So rather than just seeing that Captain Hook is a grumpy old man, we actually have reasons for them being the way they are. I'm actually really looking forward to giving that a go. That sounds like a good time. So there you go, there is my February unboxing. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, really supports me and my channel. Leave me a comment down below of a book that you got in February. I'd be really interested to know. Let me know as well which one of these you think I should start with, especially obviously the subscription box books, and whether you're interested in any of them. If you want to leave me any emojis, leave me any let's go with any butterfly moth emojis. I don't know if there are any for Crimson Moth because I am really interested in that one. And if you want to see more of me, please consider subscribing down below and ringing that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload new videos. I try to upload twice a week, usually on a Monday and a Thursday, so be sure to stick around for more bookish content from me. But otherwise, that is everything for today's video. I hope you are having a great day. I hope you don't mind this different location, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.